Good morning, students. Welcome to history class. Today, I'm going to start chapter number 4. The name of the chapter is The First Cities. So, let's start the chapter. As early man started producing food, he began to lead a semi-settled life. The first villages were naturally set up in the fertile river valleys. Then man learned the use of metals like copper and bronze. Better tools and fertile lands led to the surplus production of food grains. So, some people could leave food production and shift to other crafts and trade. They moved away from the villages, which were the centers of agriculture, and set up centers of trade and commerce, which later got transformed into cities. Thus, areas which were centers of trade emerged as cities. Children, primitive people at the very beginning, they didn't know how to conduct a settled life. Gradually, they learned to produce food. They learned how to use metals like copper and bronze. Gradually, they learned to make tools and invented how to make lands fertile. Thus, they started to conduct their lives in a semi-settled manner. Thus, cities were grown. Now, first we will know what is civilization. What does civilization mean? The term civilization means a highly advanced culture with towns and cities, crafts and trade, literature and an organized form of government. Children, you are requested to mark these lines. These lines are important as a definition of civilization. This is the chapter which will describe about the Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization is also called Harappa civilization. The Indus Valley civilization flourished approximately between 2500 BC and 1500 BC. However, traces were also found to exist after 1000 BC. In India, the first developed cities were found in the valley of river Indus. So it was named Indus Valley Civilization. In India, the first civilization was grown beside the bank of the river Indus. That's why it was named as Indus Valley Civilization. It is also called the Harappa civilization. Why? As Harappa was the first site of this civilization to be excavated. Now, we will discuss about the main sites of this civilization. The first cities of Indus Valley to be excavated were that of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro on the banks of the river Indus. Gradually, nearly 150 sites of this civilization have been discovered so far, such as Lothal in Gujarat, Kalibangan in northern Rajasthan, Banavali in Hisar district in Haryana, and Dholavira in Gujarat. But the most important cities of this civilization were Harappa in Punjab and Mohenjo-daro in Sindh. Both are forming parts of Pakistan. Children, I have written all the names of the main major sites of this civilization. But among these sites, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, these two sites were the most important sites. Now, we will discuss about the special features of this civilization one by one. Our first topic is the town planning. See, most of the cities of this civilization were divided into two parts. The western part was built on a higher ground called the citadel. The citadel had high walls which provided protection during the floods. It contained important buildings like the granary, fire altars and the great bath of Mohenjo-daro. Most probably the ruling class lived in the citadels. The lower town was in the eastern part. It was on the lower level than the citadel but was larger than the citadel. It contained the houses and workplaces of the common people. See children, the town was divided into two parts. One is citadel, which was in the western part of the town, and it was for the ruling class only. And the second part was the lower town, which was in the eastern part of the town, and it was quite bigger than the citadel because it was for the common people. Now, next topic is use of baked bricks. The baked bricks give strength to the buildings of this civilization. Bricks were used in buildings, streets and drains. The bricks were of a standard and uniform size. The use of baked bricks in the construction of their buildings was a unique achievement of the Harappa culture. The Harappa people understood that if they use baked bricks to construct their buildings, streets and drains, it will be stronger. It will be more durable. That's why they used baked bricks of standard and uniform size. Now, next feature is well-planned houses. The residential buildings in the lower towns were strong and sturdy. I have told you children, the lower town was for common people. It contained the houses and workplaces of the common people. Those residential houses were built of baked bricks. Because of this, all the houses were strong and sturdy. The walls were also thick. Some houses were 1 or 2 story high, showing advanced knowledge of construction. Each house had a bathroom, a kitchen and a large courtyard. Most houses had a well. It suggests that the people were aware of water conservation. See children, their houses were well decorated, well equipped with different kinds of rooms like bathroom, kitchen, courtyard. Even they used to make a proper well to conserve water. Now, the most important feature is the drainage system. The most special feature of these cities was their well-maintained drainage system. Every house had drains which were connected to the main drain of the streets. The drains were covered with stone slabs. Inspection holes were provided at regular distances to clean them. Inspection holes means children, manhole. I have told you all houses were well equipped with kitchen, bathroom, well. Not only that, they used to make proper drain system, and all the drains were connected to the main drain of the streets, and their drains were covered with stone slabs, and inspection holes were provided to clean all the drains time to time. Now, next topic is broad streets. The Harappa people used to make straight and broad streets. The cities of Harappa civilization had a neat and systematic look because of their straight and broad streets. These streets cut each other at right angles. Children, these are the two features of the streets. All the streets were broad and straight, and they cut each other at right angles. Houses were constructed on either sides of the street in an orderly manner. Covered drains ran all along the street. Roads and drains were paved with bricks. Now, next topic is the Great Bath. A unique structure of this civilization is the famous Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro. This was a special tank made of bricks. It was connected to a well for water inlet. Used water was strained out through drains constructed in its massive walls. There were rooms on all sides. Archaeologists believe that the tank was probably used for ritual bathing during religious functions. Children, this is the picture of the Great Bath. Actually, it was one of the special features of this civilization. This Great Bath had a special characteristics that was connected to a well for water inlet. Actually, the used water of the Great Bath was drained out through this water inlet system. There were rooms on all sides. Rooms were used for changing clothes. Archaeologists believe that the tank was probably used for ritual bathing. Ritual bathing means bathing related to some puja, religions. These kinds of bathing is called ritual bathing. So for this type of bathing, this tank was used by the Harappa people. Now, the next topic is granaries. Children, here you can see the picture of a granary. Large granaries have been found at Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, Kalibangan and Harappa, which were used to store surplus grains. Surplus grains means extra crops. Blackened and shared grains have been found in these granaries. It indicates that the Harappans had surplus food grain production. Tax was probably collected in the form of grains. Children, these features are telling us all the people of Harappa were very much intelligent in all aspects. That's why they produced extra food. You can say extra food was used for making trade or to use later. So, to store these surplus food, granaries were used. Tax was probably collected in the form of grains. That time, people didn't have money like us. That is why the ruling class used to get tax in the form of crops. Those crops were also stored in the granaries. Now, today's last topic is life of the people. But there are various aspects in the life of the Harappa people. But today we will discuss only one topic, economic activity and occupations. Today you will know how did the Harappa people earn money to conduct their lives. Along with farming, people were engaged in different crops. Harappa people were not only farmers. They they had engaged in different crafts like metal crafting, jewelry making, bead making, and cotton weaving. Metalwork was one more highly advanced craft. Copper and bronze were used to make tools, weapons, ornaments, and vessels. Even the bronze was also used to make beautiful statues. Children, here you can see this beautiful statue of a dancing girl. Not only statue, they used to make also gold and silver jewelries. Bead making was another specialized craft. Beads were made from a wide variety of materials. Children, you have to remember the name of some materials like this, like carnelian, jasper, crystal, metals like copper, bronze, and gold, shells and baked clay or terracotta. These are the materials from which they used to make bead. Now, children, see, these are the various type of beads. Some of made of terracotta, some were made of copper, bronze, gold, shells like this. Now, we will discuss about the seals. Seals of this civilization were flat rectangular objects made of burnt clay or terracotta. Terracotta means burnt clay. Terracotta was a reddish brown clay baked for making pots and toys. So children, burnt clay or terracotta was used for making seals. Sometimes it was used to make toys and pots. And the next one is faience, is a man-made material which was glazed to give shiny glass surfaces. Terracotta was not as shiny as faience. That's why faience was basically used by the merchants and traders to stamp their goods. And the last one is cotton weaving. Cotton weaving was also practiced. Spindle holes to spin thread have been found in some of the Harappa sites. Thus, the all people of the Harappa civilization, they were engaged in different kinds of occupation to conduct their lives beautifully. So children, I hope you will not face any problem from the very beginning of the chapter to the economic activity and occupations. In next class, I will discuss about the various aspects of the life of the people. Till then, you are requested to go through the chapter minutely and take care of yourself. Thank you.